What's going on, people? Not exactly a great start to my work week. I am on vacation next week, which I'm looking forward to, but I've got some things going on. Like, I just heard a guy who I follow blew up his engine. That's never good. But guess what warranty issue is back again for me? Now, if you're a Jeep SRT owner, there is one major warranty issue that continues to pop up no matter what year you have in a Jeep. And already, I can tell you right now that I know if you own a Jeep SRT, it's already popped in your head. You already probably said it out loud. And yes, carbon fiber trim peeling is what's happening again. This is the second time my vehicle's it's 3 years old. It's less than 3 years old. I got it in 2015, brand new. It was November of 2015. We're only in 2018, and it's not even 3 years old, and already I'm dealing with yet another warranty issue, and this one is the big one. So, the corner of your screen is what it looks like when it's starting. Like, that's the panel starting to come off, okay? And when it starts, it's very, very subtle for a lot of people. Sometimes they just pop right off. I've seen some really, really bad panels that just, guy comes out to the car in the heat and the thing's peeled all the way back and bent. I have not experienced that yet. But you can see the beginning stages of it. I noticed it the other day when my eye caught the top portion of the panel starting to peel back. So that's one thing that you'll notice. I checked the other two panels. Well, actually, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 carbon fiber panels inside the Jeep SRT. And the major ones that seem to always peel are the passenger side by the airbag, the piece that's right by your push start button, and off to the left by the vent. Those are the ones that bothered me the most. I have not had anything on the doors pop off yet, but I am not taking this in and having the dealership quote me a ton of money to have it replaced or fixed. If this peels off again and I can't replace it myself or repair it myself, that's it. I'm going to have Joe over at Custom Coatings take all the damn pieces out and put some wrap in there and maybe put some clear over it and be done with it. I'm so sick and tired of having to deal with this carbon fiber trim issue. Those of you who own a Jeep SRT already know this. And if you don't, and if you just bought a Jeep, well, welcome to your future problem. It's going to peel. It's going to happen. It is an inevitability. There's some people say, it's never happened to me, and I've had it. It's going to happen. These things are the piss poor quality of the world when it comes to keeping them on for some reason. I don't know why. They peel. So, now that you know that, welcome to the club. Those of you who have already been a member of the club and this is your first or second time around like myself, we get used to it. Do I still like my Jeep? Yes, I do, unfortunately. But it's issues like this that are swaying my decision on a Trackhawk. I really do want to sell my vehicle next year in the middle of June when my year with the Pro Charger is up. But with issues like this, I'm like, do I want another headache of constantly dealing with FCA and their poor quality? And yes, FCA, you have some piss poor quality control. I mean, you've known about this problem since 2011. As early as 2011, there was a bulletin out for this type of problem. You have not fixed it, and we're in 2018. And yet, you still have your dealerships harassing and giving customers a hard time fixing this. It should be a no-brainer. You want repeat customers? Fix the carbon fiber trim issue. Either figure out a way to fix it or stop adding it to your freaking lineup. Stop adding it if you know that it keeps peeling. I mean, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different result. FCA, you are insane by constantly adding this carbon fiber trim. There's got to be an alternative or a different thing that you can put in there that's not going to peel, or you need to do some more testing. I don't know what to tell you, but you have some really crap quality. The vehicles look beautiful, but it is not a luxury vehicle. As far as, you may spend a lot of money and you want to kid yourself and believe that it's a luxury vehicle. It's still a Jeep. At the end of the day, it's a Jeep. The quality isn't 100% awesome. I have a piece, see if I can find a picture for you. If I find a picture, I'll show you up here. If not, I'll take another one. The steering wheel. Okay, let me just talk about all the issues with this vehicle. The steering wheel, where the two pieces come together, there's like a razor sharp edge that I had to file down, and I cut myself on it. Who cuts themselves on their steering wheel? That's an FCA thing. How it's peeling back down here on the steering wheel, that's just a one of a billion different problems that this vehicle has. Okay, so we got carbon fiber trim. I'm gonna sound like I was from Boston. I'm like, carbon fiber trim, my carbon fiber. So we have the carbon fiber trim that peels. We have the poor steering wheel parts that cut you. My fuel door had to be replaced because it was broken right off the bit. As soon as I got it, the damn thing was busted. And when you see how different, like one side's got a gap like this, the other side's flush. Just the way it is. The body lines are shit. The body lines, like my passenger doors, or like my rear doors, and the quarter panels, they don't meet flush like this, like line up. They're like this, like they're over, okay? And some people right now are already going, oh, why are you bitching about it? Why are you crying about it? I'm not. I'm just pointing out the problems that I have with it. That's all. It's just common for anybody who buys something or spends a lot of money on anything to be able to point out the discrepancies in it or help people decide for themselves whether or not they want to purchase it also when you tell them that there are problems or issues. It's not crying or bitching. It's just being normal and human nature to go, hey, I spent a lot of money for this. I would expect a better quality, but no, it's kind of crap. So let me tell you about it. The headlights. I had a headlight fail last year. It was about a year and a half old, and the ribbon in the DRL inside the headlight turned blue. That was funny. They replaced that, though. I had a ballast fail in a headlight. They wanted $500 and something to replace a ballast. Get out of here. Nope, didn't spend that money. I actually contacted Brian at Elite Custom Lighting. We bought a ballast online. He installed it like that. Cost me $100. Let's see, what else do we have? The water pump is a maintenance issue. I would not call that a warranty issue because it is a maintenance issue. However, they fail so early. Between 35 and 45,000 miles seems to be where a lot of people are chiming in at. To the point where my vehicle was at 39,000 K, and we were driving to Long Island one afternoon, and I knew it was going to go. I could smell the coolant. It was a real strong odor. And here's a good tip for y'all. If like you start noticing this, the temperature was spiking around 221 constantly. It would go back down when the fan came on, but it would constantly spike to 221. Large odor of coolant was being noticed. So I made an appointment. On Monday we got back. I called the dealership and said, hey, I'm pretty sure my fuel or my water pump is going to go. And they were like, well, how do you know that? I'm like, just a good guess, because they all fail around this mileage range. I could smell coolant really bad, and the temperature is spiking. They're like, yeah. And I said, all right, well, schedule me for Friday. I want to come in and have you check it. Well, it failed Thursday morning. It actually, to the point where you could see, like you could hear the rattling around the bearings. You could see it. Here's that video. Check out the video now of this water pump failing. All right. You guys want to see what a water pump looks like when it goes bad? You can hear it, and you can see it right there. Okay, it's leaking. Getting shot up all over the place. That right there, people. The water pump finally crapped out on me. So that was my water pump actually rattling and a little teeny bit of coolant you can see spitting out. So that's what it looks like, and that's what it sounds like if you start hearing like marbles. I don't know how else to describe it. And if you don't have a supercharger and you hear a whistling, it's another good indication that the water pump is going. It sounded like a little whine and a little rattling. So I mean, ear is actually trained to your vehicle, believe it or not. That Thursday morning, I was taking my daughter to school. As soon as we started the vehicle, I told her, I said, "You hear that?" And she goes, "I don't hear anything." I said, "You hear that little?" And she goes, "Dad, I don't hear anything. You know your vehicle." And you'll be able to tell. Trust me, you'll be so in tune with the way your vehicle sounds that when it's off a little bit, you'll notice that. What other warranty problems? Oh, I almost forgot. My favorite were the door locks failing. The door actuator on the driver's side door failed. If you remember, it wouldn't go up or down all the time. I had to use the hard key inside the fob to open up my door. That was a pain in the ass. Got that one fixed, and as immediately after getting this one fixed, the passenger side rear failed. So I had to get that one fixed. That happened also around 35,000 miles. The vehicle's not even 3 years old, and door locks are failing. I mean, come on, Jeep. Piss poor quality. I think that's it, really, majorly. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that has happened that I had to get fixed that was just like... I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Those of you that follow me might remember something else, but that's it. So that's where I am again with the carbon fiber trim and all these little problems that I'm working through and that I'm trying to help others with. Oh yeah. How could I forget? Silly me. How about when the push start button actually fell into the dash? Y'all remember that? I went to press the button and it's held in by two tiny little screws. That's it. I mean, they're like this big, okay? Tiny little screws. I tapped the push start button one afternoon, and the damn thing broke and was hanging in there. I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do now? Fix it myself. There's a how-to video on how to take that out and replace it. It takes 10 minutes, honest to God. I mean, to pull your center console Uconnect area apart, take that out, undo the screws, and put in the new screws or however you want to fix it. If you follow the video, the how-to video, it will take you 10 minutes. I did it myself. I didn't want the dealership charging me an arm and a leg for that. So that was another fun thing that happened with the Jeep. So don't slam your button. If you slam the button or you're so used to pounding it with your finger, it will break. Those screws will give. They're not bulletproof. They will give. So, excuse me a second. Tasty. They will fail. They will fail. But if you do break it, come to my channel and see how easy it is to fix. I hate the fact that I have to show you how to fix certain things in your vehicle because they fail so easily. I don't even have, the vehicle's not even 3 years old yet, and I have a whole slew of videos on warranty issues. So those of you that stuck around and listened to me ramble on about my problems here with the Jeep, cool. I know some people are going to be like, well, if you hate it that much, just get rid of it. There's always some jerk off on YouTube that wants to add their stupid 2 cents, but I appreciate all opinions, good and bad. Haters got to hate. We got to let them hate, and they also support me by their comments and their likes and their views. So, you know what? If they have any bad things to say, go right ahead. But this is what you get. So if you're thinking about buying a Jeep SRT, please watch this first. The Pirellis that you're going to get with the vehicle, the run flats only last for 15,000 miles. They're garbage tires. I really hate getting into a debate with people online about how awesome they are. It's a Jeep. It's a brick with wheels. It's not a car built for the Nürburgring. It is pointless to have the run flats on there because they suck. For some reason, that tread pattern loves to suck up nails and screws. I had 7 flats in 1 year. That's anecdotal evidence, but it's just very uncommon. Plus 15,000 miles for a tire that expensive is stupid. I got Lionheart LH5s on my vehicle that are ZR rated radials for 169 miles per hour. Guess what? Even Pro Charged, I'm not taking this vehicle up to 169 miles per hour. Not even in Mexico, because that's stupid. It's still a Jeep, and it handles like a Jeep. You know, I love people who like to argue with me about, man, I took it onto the track, and I was out there, and I'm like, you look stupid. You look stupid. I mean, if you're going in a straight line, awesome. But trying to handle a Jeep in corners, what are you thinking? I mean, come on. It's still a Jeep. It would be better going around corners to go to the grocery store or to drop the kids off at soccer practice. I mean, It's still a Jeep, people. I mean, I love my vehicle, but I'm not stupid enough to think I should take this to a track and hit corners with it. It starts to get squirrely at 80 miles an hour when I'm coming home from work and I got to hit a curve around Lincoln Financial Field. There's a curve that me and a boosted Mazda were heading into one time, and at 80, my ass end started shaking like, girl on, World Star hip hop. But the Mazda went, pew, took off. On a straight line, I killed the Mazda. But in a curve, you get squirrely, so it just happens. But this is what you get with Jeep. So that's all I got. If you have any questions about any of the warranty issues, and yes, I will do an update. I will actually consult my dealership because I'm good friends with my sales rep, and I'll ask him if I can get this panel replaced under warranty since I'm on the Max Care plan. If the Max Care plan will even cover it, and if I have to pay the $100 deductible, I may just pay the $100 to have them fix it rather than me sticking some glue. I don't know. We'll see. Right now it's okay to the point where if it starts to peel off a little bit more, then I'll take it up there. Right now it's not that noticeable. It's noticeable to my eye, but nobody else notices it when they're in here. So that's all we're going to do right now is just waiting. All right. You guys and girls, have a safe week. Check back later on. I'll probably have something else that's broken in the vehicle for you to laugh at. All right. That's all I got. Guys and girls, be safe. Have a good week. All right. I'm out.